Okay, if you're just starting out in network marketing, online sales, or on entrepreneurship of any kind, this is exactly where you want to be. I got a good friend, Vincent Johnson. He's going to talk a lot about what he's been doing to increase his success rate and, maybe give you a couple tips along the way. All right, welcome back, everybody. Man, I'm Mr. Therapy, and these are the rules to the game. I'm joined with my good friend, Mr. Vincent Johnson III. How we doing, Vincent?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Josiah, for having me on.
My absolute pleasure, man. I got the chance to meet with Vincent just a couple months ago through a mutual company that we're working with, the Servia, and he's been absolutely dominating. And just watching the kind of stuff that he's been doing, the effort he puts in, it's been absolutely inspiring. And I wanted to start out with this very first interview here on Can't Get Right Entertainment with him, and get some advice and find out a little bit about him. So. If you want to check it out, you can always check them out on facebook.com/money motivator. And I'm going to mention that one more time at the end. But Mr. Vincent, so how did all this get started for you? Where did it all begin?
Well, for one, I would always have been very ambitious. I knew how much money I wanted to make. I knew I've always been a people person. I've always helping people, and but it never really benefited me in the long run because it kind of I guess you could say used me, so to speak. I was there for them when they needed it, but then when they were up on their feet and everything, didn't really hear too much from them. I've had my ups and downs. At the age of 20, I'm a Marine Corps vet, so after I got out, I believe around 2010. I started my own entertainment company, and at the point in time, or the area where I was in, I wasn't able to really generate the income that I was looking for. Then I started truck driving and have my own truck driving company, and that's where I made the most money I've ever made in my life. But I still was kind of capped at that point in time, and I knew I wanted to make more, and I also wanted more time freedom. I spent most of my time over the road just driving. So that's and somewhere in the beginning of that time frame, I was looking for a way out or something different, and that's when I was introduced into the online industry, and that was about 2013.
Okay.
So 2014 is when I first was introduced to online marketing, and I really did not have any direction at that point in time. I was learning from just searching, looking up things online, and running into this guru and that guru, and I spent hundreds to thousands of dollars in the beginning, and at that point in time, I had a marriage, so life wasn't really liking the slow money in the beginning, so I didn't really get to stick with it because the money wasn't coming in from how she was used to, and be able to keep up with bills and things of that nature. So I kind of fell out and just focused on truck driving. Then it reached a point, and 3 years later, it reached a point where I came back to working online, and just went full out with it. I told myself that I want to do this because I actually I came back across someone that I met back in 2013, and he was on food stamps, and he wasn't anything big back then, but in 2016 he's a millionaire. I'm like, wow.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's amazing.
Awesome. He took it serious. He took it serious, and he stuck with it the whole time. And he's a millionaire now. And I'm like, that's where I want to be. And when you're in that place of income and time freedom and knowledge and wisdom, you're able to give back and help so many more others. And that's where I wanted to be. So I made a decision to quit driving and put my trucking company on the back burners to start my online business. And I started that in 2016, and that's where it all began for me. And that's where it began full time for me.
Gotcha.
Like I said, I run before, but then I kind of fell out of it. So 2016, it wasn't all so great. I started off, I've always been a great leader. So I started off with a new company. They were in pre-launch. I believed in the company, and I just went out and started building a team. I built a very huge team for that company, but that was my first time dealing with a pre-launch company, and there was a lot of hiccups, a lot of setbacks, and things didn't go so well with the team that I had built. Touching on that, this is me learning on the fly. I still had no guidance. I still had no mentor. I still had, I didn't have someone showing me or teaching me what to look out for and what to prepare for. I'm learning everything firsthand at this point in time. And so that's something that kind of gave me some setback a little bit, because if I would have known a little different, I would have known that I did not need to sit in front of a computer 24/7 to build business, because a lot of people that is interested in doing the same thing, they have 9 to 5. So they don't really have the time. I mean, they're not really engaged online as I am, because they work a job or 9 to 5 too. So if I would have known a little better, I would have kept my job, or I would have kept driving and using that income to help me invest into my online business and get the right tools, the right systems. I would have been also meeting some people in industry at the same time without risking everything I had by putting everything I had, like I had savings, and eventually I ran out of
Exactly.
running out of savings. It put me in a bind to where that's where a lot of my story, so to speak, starts with my struggle, because that's when I wasn't able to pay bills. The engine on my car got locked up, and I didn't have transportation. So I was rollerblading, biking, and walking everywhere in public transportation. I wasn't able to pay my cable bill at home anymore, so then I was going to public libraries to use the public library Wi-Fi.
Right.
And and I didn't have a good laptop. I had a great desktop. So I was actually hauling my desktop to the library every single day, make sure that I was building this business. I took it very seriously, but I was running out of capital, or cash or liquid. So then I wasn't able to pay my electric bill, and I wasn't able to pay my utilities bill, and I left my dog in the yard. So the cable people the electric people didn't come to my yard, turn my power off.
Yeah. Trying to make a living.
Right. It got real rough. But I knew what I wanted. I knew what I was after, and I knew it was going to pay off at some point, but I did not give up. Eventually, I could have been putting money into keeping up, the bills and keeping the home and everything, but I would have took away from the money that I was trying to invest in my business. So I gave it all up, and I was homeless, and I was sleeping in Planet Fitness. I have Planet Fitness membership. You actually see it, for those of people that have been following me for some time, and see I was always in Planet Fitness.
Right.
That's one thing that I encourage is start your morning off great with morning motivation, inspiration, a workout, get the blood flowing.
Perfect.
So I was always at Planet Fitness. So sleeping in Planet Fitness, taking a shower at Planet Fitness, family hopping, going from this relative to this relative, and until eventually, I started creating a following. Everyone does not know what I'm going through, but they see whatever I'm displaying online, and being that I was showing leadership traits and leading others that covers up with the stuff that's really going on in the background, and I created a following. And also, I'm learning from those that are winning, that are being successful, and I am the same information that I'm learning. So then when I did start to have success with things, I have a following where people are going to want more information or join me. And so my big change came in 2017, because that's when Facebook changed their algorithm, and I was using Facebook ads because at that point in time, I was automating my business. And so Facebook ads took a big turn for me. And that's when I really started to generate a lot of life-changing income. And then what I did was create my own product and sold my product. So in a nutshell, that's pretty much where I started, how I got to a little bit of my struggle, and how I got to where I am today. And pretty much it in a nutshell. If you could go into anything in detail, I could.
Right on. Okay. Yeah, you definitely hit on a lot of great points there. I'm definitely gonna want to know more about your products here soon, man. I might be your next customer, actually, because I know you got a lot of great stuff there. One thing you definitely hit on that was, super powerful, which you hit on a lot of great things. One thing that is resounding for me is where you talked about, if you could go back, you wouldn't have stepped out of your trucking business so quickly. You know what I mean? And pretty much everything that we acquire, we're either spending money or we're spending time on it. We even spend time to get more money. We even spend money to get more time. So, basically you found a balance that helped you be most successful in balancing the money you were making, the time, you know what I mean? So, basically, you had trouble with the money because, all your time was tied up, or vice versa. So that balance, a lot of people think that, oh, I'm going to jump into a network marketing company and boom, I'll be rich, and they don't realize that some people actually keep their 9-to-5 job for 5, 10 or longer, even longer years, you know what I mean? Because that balance works real good. They're building business, they're building a following, they're living comfortably, more comfortably, but it's a slow build, as opposed to diving in head first, and dealing with the struggle to go full on out, you know what I mean? So that balance, that's definitely something that the reality of it all, you know what I mean? As opposed to the fantasy that people try to sell, dropping $100 bills on a bed, and I actually want to field test that. I want to get some kind of BS video on YouTube and kind of make a mock, well, you'll have to see. But yeah, just to show people how silly it is, you know what I mean? I'm gonna get their attention, then I'm gonna flip it on them. But you'll see. But yeah, thank you for that. And your products and stuff, they can find that on the Money Motivator on Facebook.com/Money Motivator.
Yeah, well, I actually will speak on it as far as I don't really talk about specific products because certainly. I leave the wonder of what is he talking about. So exactly. You request information, then I'll send you more information on it. So you won't really see too much of me speaking specifically on a product, because I do market for several different companies and several different products. You don't want to have people thinking that you're all over the place.
Right.
Okay. So in doing that, I don't have the product specifically on there. When I speak about the products or what the product will do for you, anyone that's interested in that information, they'll message me or comment more info, and then I'll send the information to them on how to get to those specific products.
All right, gamers. So if you're watching this video, whether you're on Rules of the Game Marketing or elsewhere, if you want to find out a little bit more, I'll have a couple links at the end of the video. Maybe I could talk him out of a couple links. I'll put them at the end of the video. Or you can message him directly on Facebook, which his contact information will be at the bottom of the video too. So make sure you check that out and get with him. I know I'm going to be the first one in line. All right, let me jump over here. You talked about a lot where you came from, okay? You even talked about how you started your day, which was another question I actually had, getting yourself right mentally, with some good inspirational stuff. Like I like to watch some Tony Robbins, like I mentioned, some self-affirmation. Sometimes I listen to some good music that'll get me in the mode, but also physically, you get your body pumped up for the day, in tune with your mind, get some push-ups going, get some blood flowing. I'm sure some good nutrients in you. Let me ask this. After you're ready, you're pumped, you're good to go. I'm interested in pretty much how you divvy up your time. Cause For me personally, when I'm working with different artists, musicians or entrepreneurs that are trying to get things started up, one of the very first things that I like to do to get their schedule set up is, pretty much we lay out the whole week, 24 hours, 7-day week, and the first thing I like to do on there when I'm working with them is we figure out their family time. You know what I mean? We pick one day a week that they don't do no kind of business. You know what I mean? That whole day is completely for the family. And then we have family hours every single day of the week. So, for some artists and stuff that have kids, usually have to get the kids in bed around 9. So we'll say from 7 to 9, that's the kid time with the kids, then maybe 9 to 11, 9 to midnight, maybe that's when they'll spend time with the missus, because it's good to be able to help the wife get the kids to bed, but then also spend some time with her. You know what I mean? So every single day, every week we have one full day for the family, and we'll have time with the family. I think that's very important. But then we go through and we figure out what hours we sleep. If they have a 9 to 5 still, we put that on the schedule. As far as like checking email and Facebook, like I mentioned earlier, a lot of people stay very, very busy, and they're not successful because they're lazy. They're not successful because they waste tons of time on stuff that doesn't make them any money. So as far as you, Mr. Johnson, what's your kind of regimen that you found that worked, as far as what time you put your effort into, your money-making activities, that 90% of the day that, brings in revenue and income?
Okay, it's definitely important to have some type of structure or daily routine and weekly routine, because it's not all going to be generating income, but you have to learn how to utilize your time to generate income. So that being said, so you wake up in the morning, you get your daily affirmation and motivation, inspiration, you get your blood flowing, you get the meal of the day in, and you still need to talk. You still need to learn the industry. Okay, you still need to learn how to better yourself, how to start taking the information and the products and start generating income. So you have to learn the system. You have to learn. First, you have to find a mentor. You need to find a mentor. You need to find someone that's going to teach you and get you the right information to help you not lose so much money up front because you don't have any direction. Okay, after you do that, you want to learn from them. So you do your post in the morning because you want to start growing and following yourself.
Perfect.
You want to start growing and following yourself. So you do some kind of post, anything that you learned out of your daily affirmation. You listen to some type of motivational speech or audio or video or inspirational, and you want to pass on similar information that you just listened to and post it or put it out there for someone else to listen to. Okay, and in doing that, someone else that is following you is going to agree with what you're saying or what you're doing, and help you grow your following. Okay, so whether that's on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever platform, if you have your own blog or blog, you want to put that information out there. Okay, so then after doing that, you want to go into learning. You have to have some point in time today to go over something that's going to teach you what you are trying to learn in whatever industry. Okay, so you want to go through that for a certain period of time, whether it's 30 minutes to an hour or to a couple of hours. Then you want to also implement what you're learning. You don't want to stay stuck in learning.
Right.
Okay, a lot of people stay learning, but you're not applying what you're learning yet. And in doing so, you're missing out on potential money that you could be making. You're going to mess up.
Right.
You're going to mess up. That's like, for instance, you go to school. We're taught to, come up. You go to school. Eventually, you get a job while you're going to school. You get your degree, and then after you get your degree, then you go and start working in that industry while you have your degree. Okay, and if you're going in further, you're going to be learning and applying at the same time. But majority of the time, you don't really get into the industry that you are going to college for till after 2 years or 4 years or a little bit further. But let's say there was apprenticeship. You're working at the same time that you're learning.
Yeah.
And you get income in doing that. So you want to handle this as an apprenticeship. You learn and you apply right away.
Right.
And you apply right away. You're not going to be great in the beginning. You're going to mess up. So get it out the way.
Right.
So,
exactly.
So while you're learning it, you want to make sure that you're applying it at the same time. And this is going to benefit you because you're going to start getting used to the thing. You're going to start being tested. You're going to run into people that's going to give you a lot of no's. Every no gets you that much closer to a yes.
Right.
Okay? You start to go through the things that's going to challenge you. That's going to make you wonder, is this for me? Or maybe I need to, start looking into something different, a different niche or niche. You start to figure out early on if this is for you, and what's going to challenge you, and what do you need to do to get out of or get away from the things that are in your way. That's an obstacle that is making it too difficult for you. Everyone can get to where they want to be if you take it serious and you remember your why, on why you're even in that industry, or why you're even looking for another way out of the rat race, so to speak. Or you want more time freedom, financial freedom, location freedom. Why do you want that? Remember your why, and that should always help you stay into pursuing what you want to pursue. So learn, make sure you implement what you're learning, and make sure you're following a great mentor or leader. Also copy them. Copy what they're doing is working. So you can get a lot of knowledge from just watching. Just keep your eyes open and look at how they're moving, what they're doing, and start doing the same thing. Okay, so you don't even have to pay for a lot of knowledge that's already out there. And also a great leader, a great mentor, they will give you free value. They will give you free value because you're going to be building relationships by just giving free value. Like, there are people going to watch you. Okay,
Yeah.
they're going to see that you're not just about money. And when they see that you care about them and that you want to help them, they're going to follow you.
Yes.
And then, so when you put a product or something out there that they that could interest them, they're going to trust and know that to get that product from you, because they see what kind of person you are. They see that you're just not about money, that you truly want to help them, and they'll purchase the product. So you want to build these relationships. So you want to make sure you're posting every day something that's going to bring some light or some inspiration into someone's life. You want to make sure that you are giving away free value, things that you're learning that's going to help them. You want to make sure that you're doing that. You want to make sure that you're learning and that you're implementing at the same time. So make sure you're always growing your knowledge. Okay. And then eventually you want to get into automation. And when I say automation, is because automation is going to give you that time freedom. And so being that you're building relationships, this is just, people are following you, but you don't know who these people are unless you actually talk to them on a daily basis. But if you're going to be selling a certain product or system, you want to have some type of capture, a marketing system where it captures their information to where you can know who these people are, know how to reach them, and send them more information on what they show interest in. So you're always able to contact these people. And in doing so, you'll be able to leave less money on the table, you'll be able to generate more income, and you'll be able to start putting everything into like I said, a marketing system, which is going to help your whole business. Because if you're marketing one thing, you'll be able to target that specific niche and reach everyone in that specific niche or niche. But if you have a marketing system or marketing systems, you're able to stay in contact with every single person that shows interest in whatever you're talking about or selling, which is going to help generate you more income, and it's also going to help them generate more income when they see that this is what you're doing and how you're doing it. For example, with the marketing system, if you have an autoresponder, which is something that captures information If you go to a brick and mortar place and you purchase any clothes or products and they ask you for your email, can I your email, and you give them your email address, they're going to send you emails. Asking for your email because they're going to send you emails. So in doing so, if you purchase anything from their store, when they send you an email, they might give you half off on something that you love there, and you're going to be a return customer. Okay, that's helping them generate more income instead of just making one sale. Now they can make ongoing sales over a period of time, and this is going to be with multiple people. So if you have an autoresponder, you'll be able to do that. I actually just lost my train of thought there on where I was going with autoresponder, but you definitely want to have that, and in doing so, you're going to be able to generate more income. And time freedom. That's what I was going with this.
There you go.
You'll have your system set up to where you'll capture information. Well, let's say you start running ads, or you talk about something and you send people to your autoresponder or your capture page. They're going to give you their email or contact information, and your autoresponder is going to send them information automatically, without you even doing anything, and it's going to represent what you are selling. You also want to be giving away value, because you don't want to be always focused on sell. You want to give value, sell. Value, sell. Okay, because you're ready to purchase at the point in time, and if they're not, then it's like, hey, purchase this. Hey, purchase this. Hey, purchase this. Okay, I'm obviously not purchasing right now for a reason, so they'll unsubscribe. Now you can't contact them anymore. So, but if you're giving them something to look forward to seeing your emails, then they'll stay plugged in with you, and then you sell something, then you make a purchase.
Perfect.
Like I said, it's going to open up the time freedom for you. So then, you're able to spend more time with your children, or you're able to travel more. Also, with this industry, you can do it anywhere. Okay, you can do it anywhere. That's pretty much
right on. So yeah, definitely a lot of ways. I mean, it's all about pretty much saving money, and I'm glad you got to tap on automation quite a bit. I get to give myself a little bit of a plug. If you get over to facebook.com/learn the rules, you can check out Rules of the Game Marketing, a personal page where this video, you might be watching it actually on there, but I have a video I did called The Money's in the List, and that's pretty much what Vincent, I believe, was talking about, where he's talking about getting to your, first setting up your capture page, putting content on there, and then setting up an autoresponder to be able to shoot that value out, as well as your offers and stuff like that. So, there's some numbers in there, kind of break it down, but yeah, that's basically what it is, the automation. I know, if you want more time, you're going to have to learn how to automate. You're also going to have to learn how to delegate, things like that. I know, when it comes to getting things done, maybe a little bit of money can save tons of time, like Fiverr.com. We use crowdsourcing, I've mentioned, where you can, maybe you can get on YouTube and you can learn how to set up your own Wix website, and it only take you a month, or you could pay $20 to some kid, in Wisconsin, that you find on Fiverr.com, and he could slap one together in half an hour. You know what I mean? So I would rather save a month's worth of time for $20 and get the same result. You know what I mean? So definitely in automation, that's amazing. I know that a great way you can make free capture pages. You can use Google Sheets, Google Docs, and it's really great because you send a link out, they can fill your information out, and it also sets up a Google spreadsheet for everybody that responds to those surveys. And it can be 50 questions, it can be email, name, and that's it, with your video on it. So that's a good free option for a capture page. And also you have different survey pages where you can set up things like that. Survey Monkey's another one. You can do basically the same thing, pay a little bit, you get more services added to that. And also your autoresponder, MailChimp is actually the autoresponder that I use. You can get up to 2,000 subscribers on there and be able to use it basically the same way. And there's a lot of different ways you can integrate it with other capture pages and stuff. So a lot of cool sites right there that are completely free. You know what I mean? I just jumped on YouTube, I looked them up, looked up how to use them, and then wow, boom, you know what I mean? Automation, right?
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to point out with that,
Mhm.
there are a lot of ways to start off using doing things for free.
Mhm.
Some people are not able to invest in the beginning. That is the slow road.
Yes.
If when you are interested in making money online or entering any business, you know that you need some type of startup capital or
Yes.
you need to invest. There are ways to still be successful
Mhm.
with free methods, but it is going to be more time consuming. You are going to have more obstacles or more things that make you doubt if you're going to be able to pull it off.
Mhm.
But it is possible. But you definitely, if you can, which everyone can, if you're really serious about something, you will find the money to invest into it.
Mhm.
And with that being said, you want to make sure that you are investing into the right things. But you do need tools. You
Mhm.
need, and in doing so, that's going to help you. It's going to help you cut back on time, but make sure that you're investing in systems that's going to be assets to you. And when I say assets, is it's something that's going to help you. You actually spending money on it, but it's also going to help you make money.
Mhm.
Not just that, yes, the system itself is going to help you make money, but you can also make money off of the system or
Yeah.
off of the training or tools. And what I mean by that, many things and many businesses out there now have affiliate programs,
Mhm.
and with those programs, they actually pay you to help market or sell their business or product that's being used. So if you know that you need to use, for instance, as you see, Josiah there has a mic. He has a filter over his mic. If you were interested in having some very clear, you wanted to you wanted to sound very clear when giving a presentation, or you like his setup.
Mhm.
You can actually, let's say he was an affiliate of Amazon, and Amazon was selling the same exact equipment. At the end of any of his videos, if you were interested in using or purchasing the same exact equipment that he has, he can actually have a link underneath his video saying, if you're interested in using this same equipment, this is where you can get it.
Mhm.
And that will take you exactly to where you can purchase the same exact equipment. But the key thing is, he's going to get a commission for helping sell that product from Amazon, because Amazon wants them to have more business, more traffic to their website. So they're going to pay people to help them sell products off of their website. So Josiah is actually helping you out by telling you exactly how you can use the same exact thing, so you can have clear audio, or if you think it looks more professional, or let's say you're in the entertainment or music industry and you need the exact same equipment. Now he's leveraging he's using his videos to get you out free value or information like we're doing right now, but at the
Mhm.
same time, he's able to make money off of this as well, because hey, he didn't tell you, he didn't even tell you that, hey, go here and go ahead and purchase this because he's trying to make money off of you or anything like that. He's
Mhm.
actually just using the equipment, and you're interested in using that equipment, and it just so happens he knows exactly where you can get it, and he is going to actually make some money off of that. So you want to invest in things that's going to be assets. So marketing systems, they can be assets, because if they have some type of affiliate offer connected to it, you can make money off of it as well. The same as tools and a business opportunity. So I just wanted to plug that in there and let you
Awesome.
know, invest in the things that are going to help you make money.
Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Same way. Yeah, I got this Julia studio. I got a bunch of cool stuff around here. I'm a firm believer in I don't spend money unless it makes money. That's it. That's with laptop. My wife, who's getting her photography business set up, and we finally got her a really nice camera, lenses, all that cool stuff. You know what I mean? Because what's the point? If you ain't making money, there ain't no point of enjoying it. So, but two birds with one stone. We really enjoy what we do. She really enjoys photography. I really enjoy teaching people and mentoring people and motivating people to become more successful in an entrepreneurial market. So, we're not only are we spending money on things that can make money, but they're what we enjoy. So, we don't ever have to work really. It's just fun to us. You know what I mean? So, and I then also just a double take on what you were talking about as far as putting money into you know, the stuff that can make you money. Is if we liken network marketers into like salesmen, okay? Which, you know, usually they're much more than that. You know, I mean, not only do they have a product, you know, but they want to provide value behind it, and not only that, but a network marketer, we don't get sales by sticking stuff on shelves. You know what I mean? We actually go out there and we find the people that can use this stuff. So, I mean, there are people that are very good at network marketing, okay? They can sell anything to anyone, you know, but there's people that are good network marketers, okay? There's people that are good at network marketing, and then there's good network marketers. Now, I think the difference is a good network marketer isn't going to try to sell you some stuff even if you don't need it, okay? Because we know people that are amazing at selling things, you know, and they'll get those first time customers and stuff. They'll buy into it one time, but you know, they can get thousands and thousands to do that one time. They're very good at convincing people that, hey, you could really use this, try it out, it might be for you. You know what I mean? So they're very good at network marketing, but a good network marketer is going to be very good at target marketing. They're going to be real good at finding the people, the exact people that need that product or service. You know what I mean? So, you know, if you're a photographer and I sell, you know, photography equipment, well, that'd be perfect. I'd want to go find photographers that need photography equipment, okay? I'm not going to find somebody whose engine just broke down and try to sell them photography equipment or get them to join my photography equipment company. You know, more than likely they want to be a part of MCA or something. They need some help with the vehicle. So, you know, I really appreciate you saying that, you know, because it's better to be a good good network marketer and find the people that need your product, as opposed to being someone that's just good at network marketing. You know, that's good at selling anything to anyone. Because, I mean, yeah, quick buck, okay, cool. You're also going to incur the wrath of people that, you know, you sold into them one time and then poof, you're gone. You know, much like Vincent was talking about early into the video here. You know, he didn't really have a big sense of, you know, mentorship or leadership. You know, he kind of jumped in there and he didn't wait for nobody to tell him what to do. He just started learning, you know, and he found mentors along the way, you know, people to help guide and to learn from. So, you know, if you're going to learn from somebody, don't learn from somebody who's just dumping piles of cash on a bed. More than likely, that's just a video they stole off YouTube anyway, or they got their tax return, because everybody's a badass marketer, you know, around tax return time. You know, it looks good. It looks good, but we know it's real. You know what I mean? Like, your food stamp card's right next to that pile of cash. We know what's going on. But exactly, you know, it's all about providing value. So, one more backtrack. You were talking about mentors, okay? Let me ask, you know, and I mentioned Tony Robbins. You know, when I grow up, I want to be Tony Robbins, okay? That's who I want to be when I grow up. Tony Robbins. He loves what he does. He's always excited, always happy, and people love him because he makes their lives better, okay? He's filthy, stinking rich because he turned his life into one of servitude. He cares, gives, and loves people. Feeds 1 billion people a year at least. I think he's already crossed the 1 billion a year mark as far as people he feeds in a year. So he's one of my greatest mentors. Changed my entire life when I got hip to him. Who are some amazing mentors that all of our lovely people that are watching right now, who are some amazing mentors that they need to get, as soon as they're done with this, need to go look up on YouTube, Mr. Johnson?
I'm glad you actually asked that question. It's very important to learn from great leaders that aren't, especially the ones that are in disguise, trying to seem like they really care about you, but they're more concerned about money. I really like being a servant leader, to where you're kind of pretty much, you're working, or what you do it's for others. It's for others, and it just so happens that you benefit from it,
right?
But your intentions are to help other people, and that's why I love this industry so much, because now I can actually benefit from helping others change their life. I don't feel like I'm wasting my time anymore, or I'm taking a risk. And now I feel like I can actually put my time into helping people and actually make a living doing it, and not hope that I'm going to get a blessing or get rewarded for it. I know that I'm going to. So, it's completely comfortable. But, to answer your question, I follow Ty Lopez, Tony Robbins, Robert Kiyosaki, Warren Buffett, Oprah Winfrey, Denzel Washington, Will Smith, Armand Puyol, Les Brown. All of these people, they give such motivation and encouragement, and they are Steve Harvey. They give you life lessons. They give you life lessons. They give you valuable information. They're very known in the industry of what they do, but the things they teach, you can take and apply it to anything in life.
Yeah.
That's a powerful leader. That is a powerful mentor, to where you don't even have to be interested in doing what they specifically do, but the type of information that they give you, the type of knowledge and wisdom that they give you, you can take it and apply it to anything in life and come out successful and actually transform your life just listening and following them. So those are just a few people that I actually follow, I pay attention to. And this is another good way to figure out some great people to follow and learn from. You look up inspirational speeches or motivational speeches and or quotes. And people that pop up when you search those names, those are great people for you to learn from, because they clearly are giving inspiration and motivational speeches or talks or quotes. And then usually when you search their names, the whatever search engine you're using is going to show some other relevant people connected to the person that you're looking up. And that's how you can learn more about more people that are great people to learn from and follow from. But those are some people that I definitely I learn from and that I recommend looking into.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you jogged my memory with a couple, you know what I mean? Les Brown, love Les Brown. I actually seen a really awesome one with TD Jakes, which is, he's actually a preacher, a very successful preacher, but he's another one of them value-giving people, you know what I mean? You're never going to hear him talking about, you know what I mean, buy my product, obviously, being a preacher, but I mean, you can, he's not just somebody to just read some stuff out of the book, you know what I mean? He is telling you how to apply things to your life. So TD Jakes was actually somebody that I followed back, 2001, 2002, 2003, back in my military days and stuff like that. So yeah, Les Brown, and actually you reminded me, Gary Vaynerchuk. Oh, one of the filthiest mouths in network marketing. I love him, man. I love him, because I'm gonna tell you what, a lot of these videos, I'm very reserved, but I'm gonna tell everybody, if you know me, I got a potty mouth. Boy, I got a potty mouth. But it's okay, because Google said that that's a sign of intelligence. So, I blame it on Google. But he just lays it out there flat out. There is no BS. You know what I mean? He'll tell you, you're broke because you hang out with, effing morons. Stop, and I love it. I love it. You know what I mean? Sometimes, which is great when you have somebody like Joel Osteen, and Les Brown, that, boy, he sleeps with a smile, like, bigger than you can make if you're trying. They're always happy and smiling and full of love and joy and knowledge and inspiration. Gary, boy, you think he's got some inner demons, torment, but he's highly successful, and he's one of the people that tell you what you need to know right now. They all do, but he is that, foot in your ass to get you moving, you know what I mean? To get over your crap, stop making excuses. And there's a big part of me that wants to be that guy, you know what I'm saying? I promise I do. Just because it's that demographic that I'm marketing to. You got Tony Robbins that gets paid by millionaires to mentor him and stuff like that. I grew up in Cincinnati. I grew up in Louisville, Kentucky, and some areas that were really hard. And one of these days when I have a book and write my history and tell everybody the gritty details, they'll see the way I grew up. And the people I want to go after are literally the bottom of the barrels, you know what I mean? That's where the most talent, the most creativity, and those are the most motivated people in the world, if you ain't know. Warren Buffett was broke and became one of the wealthiest people in the world. Tony Robbins was homeless. Vincent Johnson was homeless. I have been homeless. And we are the people that, for some reason, are able to do some of the greatest things and reach the highest levels of success ever. So, I mean, imagine building your entire career, your business, your multi-billion dollar empire over your life, all by finding homeless people and ex-drug addicts and ex-convicts, and finding the people that will literally go harder and further than anybody else if you could just teach them, you know, how to follow a passion, you know what I mean? Just like the rest of us. So, you know, I'm really into that. And, you know, and those motivators, those mentors are definitely the inspiration behind it. You know, I didn't have to keep living the life that I did. I can live life and have it more abundantly. So, and mentors, you know, they're, you know, they'll definitely put the fire in you. So thank you for that. Let me see here. We've been going in, haven't we? My God, I could do this all day. I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and I'll ask one more question, I guess, and then we'll let everybody get back to their day, because, you know, they need to stop learning from all this amazing stuff and actually start making money, right?
Exactly.
Let me see here. Okay, maybe you can give us, you know, one good skill, one of the greatest skills an entrepreneur should, you know, have, you know what I mean? And maybe a quick tip that people might not know about, but will help them with their business or gaining exposure or something like that. So a good skill to have and a good tip to try.
Okay. Skills.
Or it could be a character trait, like, you know, creativity is one that I try to say. You know, Tony Robbins, he says creativity is one of the best things, because if you're highly creative, there's no problem you can't solve, right? You always find a creative way to find a solution. So, you know, anything like that, you know, a good trait to have. Yeah.
Well, I definitely would say that you need to want to try to be a chameleon, or adapt. You definitely want to be able to adapt and always be in a learning. You should always want to learn more, because whatever you're doing is not always going to be great. It's
Right.
not always on the up and up, and it may reach a point to where it just pulls right from underneath you, and it's no longer a value. It's not no longer a value at all anymore. It could be something that just completely dies out. So as long as you're always keeping your eyes and ears open and learning more about the industry that you're interested in and what connects to it, you'll always be able to. And also, like just like Josiah said, as far as being creative, if something starts to dry up, or you want to stand out, because there's a lot of people doing what you're doing. Why should they pay attention to you? You want to have something different to bring to the table. You want to be able to stand out, and you want to also be able to adapt to change, because the world is always evolving. Every industry is always evolving. There's always something new that's going to come out that may trump what you're already doing. And I mean, where do you stand then? So you want to prepare yourself for this. And also something that I wanted to say was to fail forward. Everyone fails. Everyone has struggles, trials, and tribulations that they went through. You see them when they're up here and very successful, but do you remember, or do you know what it took for them to get there? You know, a lot of people they have a story. They have a story on what they went through and what it took to get to where they are, but everyone doesn't know that. A lot of people will know all about the success and everything that they have when they're on top and when everything is going great for them, but it took them to get there. So you're going to fail. Go ahead and fail. Get it out the way. You're going to fail again. You're going to fail again. Fail forward. Prepare for it. Be ready for it, because it's going to happen. But what are you going to do when you do fail? You need to adapt. You need to learn, why did I fail? How not to fail again. But you're going to still fail again. But keep on preparing yourself on how to prevent it when it happens, how to get out of it, how to get back on top, and keep on moving. Fail forward. Always never think or feel that you know it all. you don't know it all.
Right. Right.
Always someone that knows another way or a better way, and you can listen. If you're listening, you're like, oh wow, I didn't know. I thought I knew. I thought I knew everything in everything that I needed to know about this industry. You just taught me something, or just came up with another way to where I can actually do a little better than what I'm doing. I'm so glad that I listened to you. You need to keep your ears open and pay attention to other people that are being successful and learn from them. So then you can better be able to teach people as well. So that's definitely some things that I would implement and utilize.
Definitely. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I kind of, and like with the rules of the game marketing and stuff, I like to, I use a lot of game analogies, okay? Because I believe that, if you want to win the game of life, there's tips, okay? There's different things that can enhance you, there's obstacles, there's setbacks, sometimes there's even hacks and cheats, you know what I mean? There's good ways to go about it, bad ways to go about it, but I can liken the game, business, industry, life all around, to a game. So rules of the game, right? And one of the things that's helped me not only keep my cup not full, so to speak, to be able to stay open-minded and continue to learn, not think that I know it all, which younger in my life, I was definitely there. It took me being much older to realize that I didn't know anywhere close that I assumed when I was younger. But one of the tips that I keep in mind is I kind of feel like, how you come in, let's say a video game, okay, and you pick your player, and each player has that one particular skill, right? I kind of look at it like every single person that's born has some kind of skill, some kind of knowledge. There's something in them that makes them the best at something, okay? So I don't care if you're a 6-year-old little girl like my daughter, or you're an old man that's been really successful, or you're a homeless person, to always know that one thing, to look at them and then try to learn that thing. And sometimes I know more than one thing, obviously, but you could look at a homeless person and you can learn exactly what not to do. My gosh, sir, how did you become homeless? I like meth. Okay, well, now we know what not to do. Don't do meth, bad financial decisions, or I broke the law forever and I got out and I never got a job. So don't be a lifelong criminal. So, sometimes it ain't what you can learn to do, but learning what not to do. And if you just go ahead and assume that anybody that you could possibly lay your eyes on has some kind of knowledge that no one else has, you're going to look at somebody, everybody around you as somebody you can learn from. So that's helped me personally, keep, humble and always wanting to learn from somebody, never think that, I know more. So excellent tips, thank you. And failing forward, that's a good one. I haven't heard that too many times, but absolutely, you know what I mean? You bump your head, but keep it going. You know what I mean? Learn from it so you do it less, but keep moving forward. So that's awesome. So yeah, man, I'm pretty sure that my hair's an inch longer now. That was great, man. I had a lot of fun, man. Thank you so much for joining me, and I can't wait till the next time we actually get a chance to do this.
No problem. Thanks so much for having me, Josiah, man. I appreciate you. I respect you and everything you're doing. I definitely see you helping a lot of people in the industry, and things like this, giving this free value right here. It's what we do, and we're able to change so many lives in doing so. I love this. Y'all. Thank you for having me, and I appreciate you again.
That's my absolute pleasure. And you know what I mean? So and thank everybody for joining and watching and stuff. You know what I mean? I can say without a doubt, your life and your business, your career is a little bit better now that you got to join us today. So again, I really, really want you to be able to get over and check out Vince's page, facebook.com/money motivator. Amazing content on there. Also, if you want to check out his products and services, hey, just message him. He's a great guy. He loves talking. He only bites if you ask him to. If you want to check out some more stuff that I'm working on personally, you can hop on facebook.com/learn the rules, and you can learn a few more rules in the game of life, game of business. That's right. You want to win? hey, this is where it's at. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go ahead, leave it with that. Thank my good friend, Vincent Johnson III, one more time, my good friend.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. And I'll tell you what, I guess we'll see you next time on another Rules to the Game, only on Can't Get Right Entertainment.